I wanted to bring up the next performer, which is Jen Kirkman, and I wanted to say something about, you even had a joke about it once. You give off this impression that maybe a nerd could date you.
Yes.
Jen Kirkman, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been going to the same Starbucks for a year. At 9:55 a.m., Jamie, the Buddy Holly glasses-wearing barista, meets me over the counter. I hand him money, and he hands me a grande coffee with my name, Jen, printed in black Sharpie on the cup. I take pity on the people who are just another face at Starbucks, people who have to spell their names for the barista before giving their order. No matter how slowly my friend Sybil spells her name at the counter, she always walks away with a cup that says Chai Bell or Siffle. And there's always that latent comedian barista who makes the never hilarious comment, "So, do you have like 2 personalities?" Ironically, she does. Sybil has to have what she calls a Starbucks name. She's taken to lying and telling the barista that her name is Sue. At least they'll spell that correctly and it won't prompt any mediocre jokes. I'm usually full of resentment that in life I have to have such a blah name, Jennifer. But in the new world of getting your name written on a coffee cup, I'm pretty content being boring, old, easy-to-spell Jen. I walked into Starbucks the other morning and there was no coffee labeled Jen waiting for me. Buddy Holly got a promotion. A smiley pink nail polish-wearing trainee asked for my name, her black Sharpie poised and ready. I couldn't believe that part of her training hadn't included hand Jen a grande at 9:55 a.m. She said, "Do you want room for cream? Can I get your name?" I said, "Jen." She said, "Really?" Her mouth was wide open. I've never heard that name before. I almost tossed out the usual quip for situations like this. Yeah, well, my mother named me. She thought she was being original. But there was something about the way she said, "I've never heard that name before." There was not 1 ounce of sarcasm. She scribbled G-I-N on the cup. I stopped her. "No, not Gin, Jen." Okay, now I see what the mix-up was. She simply thought I was named after alcohol. Jen, J-E-N. I spelled it out. She crossed out her first attempt at writing Jen and insisted, "Such an unusual name." We held eye contact. The name Jennifer was nowhere on her radar. I said, "Jen is short for Jennifer." Her mouth opened wider. "Jennifer? That's even more exotic." In a last-ditch attempt to make this barista understand how wrong she was, I said, "That's weird. Jennifer was the most popular name given to a baby in 1974. Now she was giving me a look like 1974 was exotic. It had happened. Jennifer was the new Dolores or Betty, just some outdated name from another era. I didn't even order yet. I worried that the other customers in line thought of me as some chatty, jobless chump who hangs out at coffee shops and has no regard for the hurried working stiff. The barista finally managed to write Jen on the cup and handed it off to her coworker. She apologized. "I'm so sorry. You just must get this all the time with a name like that." I leaned over the counter. "There are tons of Jennifers," I insisted. "What about Jennifer Lopez, Garner, Love Hewitt? We're in Los Angeles. There's even an Us Weekly displayed at the newsstand across the street with Jennifer Aniston on the cover. The headline says, 'Jen's New Guy.'" With an air of superiority, she said to me, "Sorry, I don't keep up with celebrity gossip." I walked in a daze to the pickup part of the counter where another barista was calling out the very exotic, "Jen! Jen!" I grabbed my drink from him, took a sip, and was assaulted with the taste of pumpkin. They got my name right, but my drink wrong. I decided not to complain, but to embrace this new taste. It seemed like the type of coffee someone with an exotic name would drink.